I still remember the sound. Not the scream, but the choking gasp that came right before it. One moment, my lunch was sitting peacefully in the fridge. And the next, a grown adult was on the floor, clawing at their throat, realizing they had made the worst mistake of their life. And all because they couldn't stop stealing what wasn't theirs. If you've ever had something taken from you, your food, your peace, your dignity, and fantasized about finally getting justice, go ahead and hit that like button. Subscribe if you love stories where karma doesn't miss. Because this revenge? It was slow burning, carefully planned, and unforgettable. About 3 years ago, I worked in a massive factory, the kind of place that never really slept. 12-hour shifts. Concrete floors that murdered your knees. Machines so loud you learned to read lips by week 2. And the people? A revolving door. The company hired through 5 different temp agencies, which meant every week felt like the first day of school. New faces. New names. People disappearing without notice. No goodbyes. No explanations. You'd learn someone's name on Monday, and by Thursday, their locker would be empty. So when something started going missing, anyone could have been the culprit. It started small. Day 1. I opened the fridge, and my lunch wasn't there. I stared at the empty shelf longer than I'd like to admit. Maybe I forgot it at home. Maybe I put it on the wrong shelf. Annoying, but not alarming. I grabbed a soda from the vending machine and powered through. The next day? Gone again. Same shelf. Same container. Nothing. That's when the irritation crept in, not loud anger, but that quiet, simmering disbelief. Who does that? Who just takes someone else's food? By day 3, it stopped being coincidence. By day 4, it was personal. 6 days. No lunch. 6 straight 12-hour shifts. No lunch. No break from the grind. No fuel. Just hunger gnawing at my gut while machines screamed and supervisors barked orders. Every day, I packed food with care. Every day, someone else enjoyed it. And the worst part? You couldn't accuse anyone. Because everyone was a stranger. Every coworker became a suspect. Every smile felt fake. Every good morning felt like it might be coming from the thief. By the end of the week, I wasn't just hungry. I was furious. That kind of anger that doesn't explode, it sharpens. I started thinking of solutions. Petty ones. Messy ones. Illegal ones. Then, I remembered something sitting quietly in my fridge at home. A Carolina Reaper. One of the hottest peppers on the planet. And suddenly, I smiled. I didn't want violence. I didn't want confrontation. I wanted certainty. I wanted whoever was stealing my lunches to never do it again. So that night I cooked. Not just any lunch. The best lunch I had ever made. The devil's fajitas. Juicy steak. Perfectly seasoned. Sizzling onions and peppers. The smell filled my kitchen, rich, smoky, mouth-watering. Then came the Reaper. I minced it carefully. Gloves on. Windows open. Even then my eyes burned. I mixed it into fresh pico de gallo. Tomatoes, onion, cilantro, lime. It looked innocent. Beautiful, even. I assembled the fajitas with care, placed them into a clean Tupperware container, garnished them like a restaurant dish, and sealed it with a clear lid. Not hiding anything. I wanted it to be tempting. The next morning, I placed the container in the fridge. Same shelf. Same spot. Then I waited. An hour passed. I worked. I listened. I watched. Then suddenly, the scream. Not a yell. A panic scream. The kind that slices through noise and freezes your blood. Someone shouted, "Help!" I dropped everything and ran toward the lunchroom. There they were. On the floor. Gasping. Clutching their chest. Face red, eyes wide with terror. The lunchbox bandit. A grown man. The room smelled like peppers and panic. Someone yelled for medical. Someone else was already calling 911. I stood there, heart pounding, watching the consequences unfold. The Reaper had triggered a full-blown asthma attack. They rushed him out on a stretcher. Lights flashing. Sirens screaming. And do you know what he said? Nothing. No accusations. No blaming. No explanations. Because how could he? He stole someone else's lunch. And paid the price. No investigation. No questions. No HR meeting. Just silence. The lunches stopped disappearing. Forever. And no one ever mentioned it again. I don't feel proud. But I don't feel guilty either. Because sometimes the universe doesn't deliver karma. So you have to plate it yourself. If this story made your jaw drop, hit that like button. Tell us in the comments. What's the most satisfying revenge you've ever seen? And if you love emotionally intense Reddit revenge stories with real consequences, subscribe. Because the next one might be even better.